All yours, Carly.
Thanks, Leah. Okay, so done. Hey guys, thank you so much for jumping on tonight. Um, for those of you who've been invited along to support a friend, welcome. Tonight is simply about sharing stories. So we're here to talk about some amazing products paired with our incredible health program that's getting some really great results. And then we're also going to share a bit about the biz behind it that really is changing lives. So we're excited. We're also super excited, as Leah mentioned, to be launching Charlie's business. So congratulations, Charlie. And for everyone that's jumped on to support Charlie, thank you. It does mean a lot to her. So welcome. And we will jump over to Charlie a little bit later when we jump into the business side of it. So my name is Carly. I'm going to kick tonight off and start with products and the program and let you guys know a bit about that. I actually came to an event similar to this. I came to a live event and an online one, and about a year and a half ago, and I'm super grateful that I did. I just went to check it out to support a friend, but it has had such a massive impact on my life from a health perspective. So since then, I've joined the team of like-minded people whose mission's all about sharing and inspiring healthy living. We do this through an online health program, and it's called the Juicy Body Transformation. So it's a real food program, which means it's super sustainable, it's family friendly, and what I love about it is it's just all about bringing deliciousness to healthy eating. So it's just about the wisdom of real food. So our Juice Plus products is what I'm going to share with you. It's basically these little babies here. So it's vegetables, fruits, and berries in capsule form. Okay, these are just a really simple and convenient way to bridge the gap of what we are eating every day and what we know we should be eating. So I love that it's the most researched product of its kind in the world. And I'm talking peer-reviewed medical studies that have been done on this. And the two main things it shows is that Juice Plus decreases inflammation and increases the immune system. So all disease in our bodies is a form of inflammation. So whether it's arthritis, diabetes, cancer, eczema, gout, psoriasis, the list goes on, all types of diseases are forms of inflammation in our body. So fruits and vegetables are good for inflammation. They're good for our bodies, our alkalize bodies. But the sad thing is less than 2% of Australians are getting their daily recommended intake of fruit and veg. So hence why Juice Plus makes so much sense to me. And like I said, it's just a simple and convenient way to bridge the gap. It's not about replacing fruit and veg. It's literally about just making sure you get the required amount into your bodies every day. Even if you're really passionate about health, it is really hard to get it right every single day because life just happens. We get busy, we travel, some have kids, we get sidetracked, we've got work can be busy, get to the end of the day and realize we haven't had much living food, if any. So Juice Plus just really supports you in that. It's like your insurance policy, basically. It's a catalyst for creating change, and that's why it's included in our program. So it helps you crave a healthier lifestyle. So when you flood your blood with all of the amazing nutrients and phytochemicals that's in them from fruit and veg, your body starts to crave more of that goodness. So I love that it's so full of goodness. And if you look at any traditional supplements or, they're synthetically derived and your bodies have difficulty recognizing the ingredients, let alone absorbing it. So Juice Plus is a whole food product. You can read the ingredients. For instance, in the berries, when you read it, it's grapes, raspberry, bilberry, blueberry. So it's just whole food, which is what I love. And from that, your body can recognize it and it can absorb it easily. So it's bioavailable. It's absorbed into your bloodstream within 2 to 5 minutes of taking it, which is a big bonus. And Juice Plus is also from 29 different fruits, veggies, and berries from a broad spectrum of the rainbow, which is really important for our vitality. Have a look at what you ate today, yesterday, the day before. Did you physically eat every colour of the rainbow? Because I know I used to struggle with that a lot. It is also incredible for kids. We've got a kids chewable version, so in the fruit and the vegetables. These two help kids crave more fruits and veggies. So just in little gummy versions, all plant-based. I have I've got a 3-year-old now and a 4-year-old. And so when I first heard that they make kids, want to eat more fruits and vegetables, I was very skeptical. But I've been absolutely blown away by the results. So It's helped my children. It's helped so many around us. And the best part is with any adult purchase, kids eat free. So it's part of a worldwide child health study, and kids can get free product, which is amazing. We've also got our newest addition to the range, which is our omegas. So for those of you that don't know, omega fatty acids basically support a broad array of health benefits, especially for our hearts, brains and eyes, basically, but skin, hormones, everything. So these babies are 100% plant-based. So absolutely not extracted from fish sources like a lot of other omegas are. You bypass the fish and you basically, it means they're odorless. You bypass that, that stinky fish smell. So they include a full spectrum of omegas, just like nature intended. So there's not just omega-3 in there. There's omega 5, 6, 7 and 9, which is awesome. And they're also cold pressed to preserve the nutritional quality and integrity. What else? Our powders. We've got our whole food powders. That's the rest of our products. So we've got vanilla and chocolate in the whole food powder. These ones are packed full of superfoods. They are great post or pre-workout. If you guys skip breakfast, they're a really convenient meal on the run. Instead of making a stop at Macca's, these are a fantastic replacement for that. I have to hide these from my kids basically. So they're constantly asking me for a chocolate milkshake. The vanilla ones make any green smoothie taste amazing. And I love the fact that they are safe for kids. They're safe for pregnant women, elderly, and once again, just whole food. So when you read the back, it's a food label. It tells you exactly what's in it. An amazing array of broccoli powder, sprouts, pea protein, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, all those things that I probably wouldn't get my kids to eat on a plate, but I know they're starting the day right when they get one of these. Great afternoon snack as well. And they've got a beautiful natural mineral in them called niacin, which I love, and it's a natural mood booster. So not only do we get to look great, we get to feel great as well, which is really important. So collectively, our product and the program creates a huge impact on the healthy cultures of a home. And we get so many testimonials from people in relation to joint health, reversal of diabetes, skin health, people suffering depression, the list goes on. Whilst I don't know what it's going to do for you, it just makes sense that when you flood your blood with all of these amazing antioxidants and phytochemicals, your health is going to go to that next level. And so on that, it's all about real stories. For me, when I first started on Juice Plus, I noticed a massive difference. I was a young mum and working, but a massive difference with my energy levels straight away within the first few weeks. I've had a lot of really good benefits from that since then with energy, and also skin health. I was a really massive sufferer of psoriasis, which for those of you who've had it know that it's a pain in the ass, and it can really affect your confidence. And it cleared up probably after about 5 months on the product. My psoriasis cleared up, eczema, so my skin's a lot better. So all of those external things for me made a massive impact. Like I mentioned, my kids eating so many more fruits and vegetables. But my husband was probably the biggest one. He started with me on the products, and he broke his back many years ago in a motorcycle accident. He's fully mobile now, but he has really bad lower back pain. And ever since I've met him, he just eats Voltarens, the terrible anti-inflammatories, like they were candy. Every few days he was having them just to be able to bend over to tie his shoelaces. It was about 4 or 5 weeks into taking Juice Plus that he said, "Oh my goodness, I've not had to take a Voltaren, and I've gone, oh my, these are amazing, these are so good." He's gone, whoa, hang on, slow down. I'm not saying that it's a Juice Plus, I'm just saying it's the only thing I've changed. And I'm really happy to say that 1.5 years into it, and he has not taken one anti-inflammatory since being on the product. So for us, that's a huge win because we want him to be around for a very long time. So the fact that he's not now eating those Voltarens, which were wrecking a lot of his other organs, yeah, we're really, really happy with that. So for me, I love it. I'm a huge fan of it. And I know I can see a few people on here, and I'm just wondering if I can pass over to somebody to share. Bear with me, I am just learning about their product story. I know, who can I see? Karen, will you share with us, please? I know you've got an amazing story, and yeah, if you could just let us know how the product affected you. Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay. Juice Plus came into our lives probably about 4.5 years ago now. I was actually pregnant at the time with my second child, and I was, low on energy and chasing around after a 1-year-old. And a friend pretty much just called me up and told me about these awesome whole food supplements, and that they could help with immunity and energy and boosting the gap in nutrition and all those awesome things. So I was like, yep, I need some of that. Get me some of that pretty much. And they're the real reasons why I started. But just to give you a bit of background on me, I've had eczema on my hands my whole life. Like, I was pretty much since I was born. I've used every steroid cream on the market. I've seen every specialist in Perth. And they always just gave me, different creams that would mask the problem for a couple of days, and then it would be back. So I was a little kid that went to school with little white gloves on my hands every day because I always had to have these horrible steroid creams on them. And they did say that I would grow out of it as I got older, but that never happened, and I still had really bad eczema on my hands going into my 30s. So going back to the Juice Plus story, about 5 months into, I didn't know it could help with skin in any way. So about 5 months into being on the capsules, my eczema started to clear up and disappear. And by about the 6th month, it was completely gone. And now, like 4.5 years later, I've never had eczema since. So it's been massively life-changing for me in that way. And I've since learned, obviously, thousands of other stories that it's helping people with acne, psoriasis, eczema, all different types of skin conditions. So I love that I can help so many people now and share that. And also from an energy perspective, definitely helped me in that way. I was, having to have nana naps every day and that type of thing. And it just gave me so much more energy to be able to, chase after my kids and do all those things that we need to do. And also my kids, my little one, well, both of them now, but they we'll try a much broader range of fruits and vegetables since they've been on little kids' chews as well. So, it's been a real win for the whole family. It took me 2 years, to be honest, to get my husband onto it. When I finally did, he was like, oh my God, I don't need 3 coffees a day. I'm not, struggling to get up in the morning anymore. And I've got energy when I get home to play with the kids. So he was loving life as well once he finally got onto them. But he was very skeptical in the beginning. But yeah, like, it was so awesome that he, got great results from it as well. So helps so many people in so many different ways. But, being a natural product, we never know what it's going to do for you. It's always a nice surprise. So that's my little story. Thanks, Kylie.
Thanks, Karen. Sorry to put you on the spot. It's one of those nights. Yeah, thank you. And it is amazing. Your body uses it where it needs it most. And as Karen said, everybody's different. And it'll show on your skin that's the last place it will show. So, it's doing the job on the inside. And yeah, prevention is key. So it's a lot better than healthcare. So thank you. It was a really good share. I am probably going to hand over to Charlie. Charlie, you're off mute. Awesome. Just wanted to ask you, I guess, what got you interested in this and why are you excited?
Well, I got interested because I'm a mum and I have no energy, and also it just, a zombie mum with a little bubba and one on the way, and a 7-month-old pup is quite full on. So I was always a bit here and there, struggled to get out of bed and all that sort of stuff. And it just really got me when I was talking to Sharon, and she told me all about it and really pumped it up. So I decided to give it a go. And it's been amazing.
Awesome.
So far.
Awesome.
And just being able to have something hopefully in the future to work at home and to get that little bit of income so my fiance can come home as well later on in the track because he's FIFO.
Oh, it's such a good story. And this exactly why we do what we do. Not only does it help mums stay at home with their children and don't miss out on all the good bits, but also retiring husbands, retiring partners. That makes such an impact to people's lives. So yeah, this is awesome. Excited to see what this is going to be for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's been great so far. I've been able to have more energy in the mornings and get what I need to done, and my partner's commented, so that's always nice.
Awesome. Yeah, it is. It's always nice when other people notice as well, isn't it, the difference? So
Yes.
congratulations.
Thank you.
And on that note, I'm going to shift gears and hand over to Cody, I believe, to share with us a bit more about the business behind it. So Cody, I'm just seeing if I can, oh, you've unmuted,
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, good. Thanks, Carly. Hey, guys. So I've been in the business for about 18 months, I think, nearly 2 years. And I definitely jumped into the business all in. I knew it was something that was going to make a huge difference to my life. I just didn't really know how at the time, but I was super excited. But when I did start to, tell my family about it, they were like, "Are you doing one of those pyramid schemes?" And I was thinking to myself, I actually have no idea what they were talking about. So I guess I started to ask a few questions and do some research myself. And I know a lot of people at the start are a little bit skeptical, and that's totally normal. So when I did start to do a bit more research, I actually realized, being a nurse myself, I studied 3 to 4 years at uni, and to then go into a grad year and work your way up. I realized that I had spent the last 4 years at uni working towards putting myself in a pyramid scheme and a pyramid structure. And it wasn't until this opportunity came along that I actually realized that, and then started to realize that so many aspects of, jobs these days are based around a pyramid structure, the government, Woolies, everything like that. So to make it a little bit more relatable, I'm going to compare it to nursing because it's something that I can easily do. So I guess for nursing, so, a lot of us study 3 to 4 years and usually rack up a pretty hefty HECS debt. So $30,000 onwards, is something so big to go into a structure where you essentially are working your way up to the top and fighting against your friends and colleagues to get to the pinnacle position. And, as a grad, we all kind of started down here. So I was in my first year last year into the real workforce, and I was just a baby nurse. So to work your way up, if you wanted to be an educator, a CNS, or eventually, to the pinnacle position at the very top, a manager for a ward. Obviously, you can only have one manager for a ward. There's never two, and it definitely takes time to get there. And as you can see along the way, you're going to have to push your friends and colleagues out the way and lose friends to get to that position. So, as a nurse, every year is the only way that you actually work your way up. So, you have to be a nurse for 4 years just to get to this spot, and even then your pay only increases as you go on. So the reality is my manager of my ward has been the manager.
Okay. Hang on, we've just lost her for a bit. Hang on one sec. I'll see if I can. Nope, she's gone. Oops. Yeah, I'm really struggling with this hosting, aren't I? Okay, so Cody, sorry guys, just give me one sec. Sorry guys, just a lovely technical glitch, and everyone knows I'm fantastic when it comes to technology. Not. Here we go, we'll just get rid of that. Okay.
Is there someone else on here that could take over where she left off, babe?
Yeah, great idea. Has anyone got a whiteboard handy that wants to jump in, Karen?
I can see Leia's looking ready to go already.
Yay!
Hey. Fun time. Hopefully, sorry, I'll be 2 seconds. My little girl's been drawing on my whiteboard. I should have it prepared, shouldn't I?
No.
So as Cody was just mentioning, you know, when she came into this business, her family sort of mentioned to her that it sounded like one of those pyramid schemes or a pyramid business. Well, I actually had a similar comment from my dad, and I was the same as her. I didn't really know what a pyramid business was. And I actually had to go home and Google it. And then when I found out what it was, I thought to myself, it actually sounds really similar to the traditional business I had actually worked in previously. So I actually had worked in, for most of my career, in travel. It was really amazing. I got to travel a lot. I got to do a lot of fun stuff. But if I'm going to be honest, it was one of those sort of jobs that had a bit of a shelf life of the energy that you could put into it. And it just wasn't sustainable for me, especially when I decided to start my family. So one of the businesses I had worked in travel in my early 20s was I worked as a travel agent for a global travel agency, and there was 35 of us travel agents. It was a 24-hour-a-day online agency, and the 35 of us would come in. We did shift work a lot of the time. We would, you know, come in 6 till 2. We'd get given our hours. And we would sit at our desks and, you know, really just do our job, be told when we could have our lunch break, when we could take our holidays, all of that stuff. And it was, look, it was an amazing job, but it was very evident early on that it was a structured business, and that's how things were. And we all had to start at the bottom and really, you know, I was one of those people that was quite ambitious early on, and I saw that there was some room for progression. It was pretty small, but there were actually 3 team leader positions available, and I had my eye on one of them. But the thing is, these people didn't really leave. So eventually one of them, after 3 years of working there, she decided she left and she went on to maternity leave. And there was about 20 of us out of the 35 that went for her position, and I got it. So I wasn't the most popular amongst my peers. And then with that position, I was really proud of myself, but I got given a BlackBerry and I was on call 24 hours a day because we were open 24 hours. I worked 6 days a week. I did get some more money. But it was really evident early on in that role that, you know, with that came a lot of responsibility, and it wasn't actually a really fun environment to work in. It was quite stressful. It was a lot of talks about redundancies and anything that was really to do with budget cuts and things like that. It was definitely my job to be kind of that middleman to go down and communicate that to our workers. And then the above that us were 2 management positions, and then also our general manager who owned the entire business. And I realised that there was no way I was ever going to progress any further than this team leader role. And I actually didn't want to, because these guys were really grouchy. You know, we only saw the general manager at Christmas time, or we got told, you know, half an hour before he was coming in, and we had to tidy up our desks. But it was never to talk about anything nice. It was always, you know, things with how the business was going. And then we all got made redundant because everything went online and there was no need for us anymore. So, you know, the times are a bit uncertain, and, you know, there was a lot of us that were looking for jobs when that all happened. Look, I love this business because it's a real equal opportunity business, and rather than a pyramid, I like to think of it more of as a bit of a rectangle, because I think that it's definitely something that we all come in on the same level as a virtual franchisee. and we all have the potential to progress through the business. There are different levels, but the thing is, there's actually infinite positions. The only way that you can actually move through this business and progress is by helping other people, and by really raising each other up and believing in your team, and really helping and holding them and raising them up before they believe in themselves. One of the pinnacle positions in our business is called NMD. And I'm certainly not there yet, but I know that when I came into it as a virtual franchisee, I definitely had no idea how NMD was going to be possible. I was a stay-at-home mum, a little bit like Charlie. I came into this, really hoping this would mean that we could create some more options and my husband wouldn't have to work so hard. And, I definitely didn't have strong belief in myself and how I was possibly going to do it. But the people around me really showed me how to do this. We've got some incredible leaders, just an amazing system. I think the pay plan, the complete company just operates with so much integrity, and it's just something that everybody has the potential to make this a success, and success is whatever you want it to be. There's never any pressure. It's really just when you're ready to take a step, we're here to do it with you as well. So 2 years on, or nearly 2 years on, I'm probably around about there in the business. So not too far away from NMD, and I can definitely see how that's possible. And, this has given me the opportunity to be able to create an income where I can stay at home with my little girl, pay our mortgage, create loads more options for our family so my husband doesn't have to work as hard. And I'm also expecting my second juicy baby as well, so it's really exciting. So I'm going to head on over to Karen now, who's going to talk about the fun stuff, money. I'll let Carly.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Leah. So sorry, 2 seconds. Okay, awesome. So I get to talk about the money tonight, guys, which is the exciting part, as money is really just an exchange of energy in return when you help someone. So we're super proud of every dollar that we earn in this business, because it's a direct reflection of how many lives I've been able to impact, or that my team's been able to impact, from both a health perspective as well as a financial perspective. So there's so many life-changing stories out there, but for me, I'm personally doing this so I can bring my husband home. I don't want to see him slugging his guts out until he's 65 for us to get ahead. And we want to be able to travel around Australia with our kids while they're young, and do all that fun stuff. And, for some people it's the travel, for some people it's the shopping, some people it's the fun. For me, it's really all three. But my highest value is definitely my family. And when you have more money, it gives you more opportunities to do more of those things that you love most. So a little bit about the money. We get paid in 3 ways in this business, and the first is retail, which is sharing the product the same way you would a good movie or a skincare product, and we get rewarded for doing that with what's called retail profit. So it's really simple. The company does all the hard work. They ship it out, they process the credit cards, and you're never spending money to make money. There's no minimum spends per month to stay in the game, and everyone goes at their own pace, which is what I love. The second way that we get paid is in bonuses. So we all love our bonuses in this team, and we have a bit of a rule that when you get a bonus, you have to go out and do something nice for yourself. And one of the first levels that you generally get to in your first month of the business is a $400 bonus straight up, which is pretty awesome. And they go all the way through to $10,000 and then beyond. So the great thing is that this is a teaching business. So as you help people in your team to do well, you also receive that same bonus. So I might just get Charlene. Charlene's doing an amazing job. She's one of our SDVFs, and I've heard nothing but good things, Charlene. And can I just get you to share a little bit about your journey so far, how the business came into your life and how it's making a difference?
Yep, sure. Hi, everyone. I'm based in Perth, but we've just moved over 2 months ago from New Zealand. I don't know how, but somehow I got put onto Leah's blog about a year ago, and I was just following her, and yeah, I had interest in what she was doing, but didn't think much further than that. And then me and my husband decided we wanted to travel and go and move overseas. So we decided to come to Perth. I think at that time, I also decided that I didn't want to do what I was doing in New Zealand. We were both working 6 days a week. We were quite determined that we wanted to save a lot of money. And the only way that we could do that was to work 2 jobs each and pretty much all the time, which isn't really fun. So I join the team, and why not just contact her? So I did. And she replied, and we had a call when me and my husband were actually travelling in Spain. So I was in Valencia, and she made the time to give me a call, which was amazing. And I was very sceptical. It was too good to be true. And I think I spent the next 3 months messaging her, asking all types of questions. And she patiently answered all my questions and sent all the links I needed. And then I think it was, middle of August, we arrived in Perth from our trip. And I didn't have a job lined up, wasn't sure what to do. I thought, I'm just going to take the plunge and I'm going to do it. So I think beginning of September, I got back in touch with Leah and launched end of September and have been going since. So about the business side of it, I just think it's such an incredible opportunity. Like everyone else has said, it's in your time and it's what you want. So you'll get out of it what you give. And I think that, that just really shows, and the support is just incredible. Like you have everyone there supporting you along the way. I get emails all the time from random people asking where I'm at and if they can help me reach my goals. And the community is just amazing. It's so positive. I've never been part of a working environment like that. I'm still working full time. So I work 45 hours in 4 days. So don't think I've got the time in the world to do this. And I'm just really using all the spare moments I have. So I just think it's available for anyone. My goal is to stop working the other job and to do this. We're hoping to start a family soon, and I don't really want to go back to traditional work if I don't have to. And I just want to be able to make that choice, that I want to stay home, or if I choose to put my children in daycare, that's my choice. It's not based on finances, and it's not based on me needing to go back to work. That's pretty much it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Charlene. You're such an inspiration, and what an awesome story. And I'm sure you'll be able to make that choice in the very near future. So, which is so awesome. So just getting back to the money side, the third way that we get paid is also in commission. So what that means is that as your team grows and the team beneath you starts to grow, you also get paid a commission on that. So not only are you building an income for today, but you're also building an income for your future. So what that means while you're on holidays or you're lying at the beach or whatever it is that you love to do, the money's still going to come in. So for me personally, I came from a background in corporate banking where I used to sit in my office for many hours a week, like 60 hours a week, thinking that there had to be a better way to get ahead in life, like rather than doing this until, whatever age. So and in that time, I realised that you ultimately hand your life over to your employer. We let them put a dollar value on our head and determine, when we take breaks, when we go on holidays, and, the time that we spend with our kids. So I eventually became a stay-at-home mum and did that for 3 years. And at that time, I definitely thought to myself that I couldn't have both. I couldn't have the awesome career and I couldn't have quality time with my kids. It was, had to be one or the other. But then I came across this opportunity and I realised, I had nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I thought I'd give it a go. And I just approached it one step at a time, and I built my business around my kids and at night instead of watching TV. And then I've probably been about 21 months in now with this, and it's been the most amazing journey. Now I get to work with who I want, when I want, and really impact so many people's lives in the process. And I guess what I've learned from this, I think one thread that we all have in common is that we all want the masterpiece life. So we all want more quality time with the people that we love. That's what I hear time and time again. And a business like this, it's something that you build at your own pace on the side around the things that matter most in your life in those stolen moments. So really it's such a gift. And when we ask you the all-important question of, what if you could do this too, I'm here to tell you that you absolutely can. If I can do it, you can do it. And for me, I started this business not with a big vision at all, more just to be able to stay at home with my babies and be able to contribute to the household, to get a cleaner and to do a few nice things for myself each month. And I said yes to this because I loved the products. They've had a dramatic impact on my health and my family's health and my extended family. So that side of it for me was a no-brainer. But I still really didn't understand how the business would work for me though, and how I would actually do this. But thank goodness my friend asked me the question of, well, what if I could? So what if there was a way that I could bring back more of those things to my life that I'd put on hold for so long? So I started thinking about that and how it could impact my family and give us more choices around doing more of the things that we love most. So In the beginning, I guess I said yes to an extra $500 per month, which did really have a huge impact on us, but more so than the money, as Charlene was saying, it's more this awesome community of like-minded people and a safe place to grow, and the emotional revenue that we talk about. And really, it's a business of caring, especially, you know, us women, we all love to chat. So if we come across something that we love and that we believe in, we want to recommend it and we want to share those things. So it's a word of mouth business. That's all we really do, and the rest is easy. So we have a simple, powerful product that works with a global company that's been around for 47 years. So if you want to start attracting more into your life in a safe place without any risk, then you've definitely found that. So I guess the question I asked myself in the beginning was, you know, if not this, then what? You know, what can truly give me, you know, what I want in life? So we invite you to come and dream a little with us and get your questions answered, because we really do care if this could be a good fit for you too. There's nothing to lose. You gain so much positivity that spills over into every area of your life, which is priceless. And I know this is not for everyone, but it can be for anyone that's willing to put in the effort and that wants to be involved in a business that is the way of the future. So thanks so much for joining us tonight, everyone, and for the awesome presenters and stories. And a big congrats again to Charlie for launching your business. I know she really appreciates all of you that have jumped on to support her tonight. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Have a great night.